Chapter 5, Our Generation's Challenge. As a proud millennial, I believe the following 4 things are the great challenges that we as a generation need to solve. Every generation is given their unique challenges that they must overcome for the furtherance of American democracy and prosperity. Number 1, rebuilding the middle class and fixing a broken capitalism. Right now, American capitalism is broken. People don't believe in the promise that hard work will necessitate better outcomes. It's why people distrust elites. It's why people are seeking government assistance. It's why people look towards culture war issues instead of economic issues. They feel like that ultimately the promise is broken, that what made America what it was of the 20th century was a strong foundational middle class, and that's broken. You can hear this on both sides of the aisle. You can hear it from Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders on the left, and you hear from Donald Trump on the right, that the American capitalist structures are just broken. Elizabeth Warren's a great example of this. She is a capitalist and says so, and that it is that the foundation, the capitalist social contract is broken. Economic mobility and opportunity for all, that is what America is founded on. That is what brought people to our shores in the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries. That they can escape persecution, they can have the opportunity to pursue their economic aspirations, and that's broken. 2, fighting climate change, which is an existential crisis that will dictate our future. We're going to have to do this, in my opinion, through 2 ways. 1, we're going to have to innovate out of it through technological developments. And 2, we're going to have to build. We're going to have to build green infrastructure and provide government investments, public sector investments in a future that is clean, that is carbon neutral or carbon limiting or capturing carbon out of the environment. I think we're at the very beginning of the extraordinary costs relative due to climate change. Our generation needs to solve that problem. The third great challenge that the millennial generation and we together need to solve is that we need to create unifying projects as a society. Not necessarily through the government, but as a society, we are so fractured. Great societies build great things together. You see this throughout history, that at pivotal points, communities come together to solve great challenges. Climate change could be that for us, but there's other great challenges that we will be facing, and we as a generation need to find unifying projects that bring people together and unify us. We're so fractured. People hate their neighbors because the way they voted in the last election. It's people are so siloed and only listen to their own friends and their own networks that they believe half the country's an enemy. It's a real problem. The last great challenge that our generation faces is streamlining a broken government. We have such bloated bureaucracy that is hampering the ability to truly build anything. Ezra Klein is on a mission to make this a part of the liberal tradition. He's been identifying all of these instances where government has allocated immense funding for projects only for them never to get built, like the high-speed rail in California. We need to reduce bureaucracy, foster efficiency, and create accountability in government. We need to truly build again. Our government used to work. Now, part of that is that we have an entire party, the Republican Party, whose mission since the end of the Bush administration is to deflate government at all costs and then blame government when it doesn't work. And so, as a Democrat, it's clear to me that like there is a party that is not really the greatest partner for this. That said, both parties, this is really beyond partisan politics. It's really a deep entrenched part of our American governmental systems on all levels, on the local level, on the state level, on the federal level, like on all levels of government. Government's just not working. The only times government's truly working is when they're giving out cash and refunds, and giving checks for unemployment. But in terms of like building great capacities, it's just not happening. So those are the four great challenges: rebuilding the middle class and fixing a broken capitalism, fighting climate change, creating unifying projects for us to mend our nation, and streamlining government to foster accountability and create more.